Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing a bonus reading for you guys. You had the highest viewership again last week, so thank you guys very much. I appreciate you. I do want to start by letting you know that this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with every single Cancer sign. Guys, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Remember that the energies may reverse, so if it is resonating Cancer, you get in where you fit in. But please don't try to force yourself into a reading that's just obviously not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Cancer? Cancer. All right, Cancer. You're starting out with the Fool. So some kind of a new beginning is happening here for you, or you're desiring it. Four of Swords. And the Hermit is coming out along with the Six of Swords. You're trying to figure out how to move on from something. You're looking for answers. I do feel like you've gone silent on someone. So this may not be an actual beginning yet. We'll clarify it. But you definitely are desiring a restart. You're definitely desiring some sort of new beginning. And you're willing to take a risk to get there. I do feel like there's somebody you've gone silent on for sure, and you are definitely detaching from that person. It was a situation that was chaotic. There could have been ghosting involved for some of you, and you're healing from this situation. But I do see that you don't want this chaos anymore. You're trying to figure out how to leave it in the past and embrace a new beginning. So let's see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Cancer's energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the King of Cups in the reverse. You could be dealing with another water sign, either a Cancer like yourself or a Pisces or a Scorpio. We have the Ten of Pentacles and we have the Star card, sign of Aquarius. This is somebody that is thinking about you and they are hoping that you will open up to them. They feel that you are closed off. They feel like you're not opening up to them. But this is somebody who definitely is thinking about things from a long-term perspective here. And I do feel like this person does have you a little bit on a pedestal, but they feel that you won't open up to them. Let me see the energy between Cancer and this person. The Tower in the reverse. Yeah, so you're recovering from a Tower moment. That's what led to all this chaos. But I feel like you also are not wanting to go into another one. I will tell you, this person has feelings for you, Cancer, but they're holding back for some reason. And it looks like they feel that it's going to create a Tower moment if they express themselves to you. Because you're definitely in this healing energy here where you're trying to recover from something that crumbled, and it was because whatever this was full of chaos and it didn't have a solid foundation, so therefore it crumbled. You're trying to jumpstart or restart your life, and this person feels that if they express their feelings and emotions to you, it's going to create an uproar. Let me see what's affecting this connection. Show me what's affecting this connection. Show me what's affecting this connection for Cancer, please. There it is. Temperance in the reverse. Yeah, you're still healing. That's a lot of it. Yeah, you're still healing. And this person that's in your energy feels like, you know, it's not a balanced connection because of that. So they're obviously aware that you're going through something here. Let me see. Show me the outcome. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius, by the way. Show me the outcome. Six of Cups and the King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. You may have known this person for a long time. This person feels that you are a soulmate. They actually have very gentle feelings for you. They're waiting for a change. They're waiting for this change to take place that would open up the door or allow you to open up the door in order to, you know, have this relationship with you. This looks almost like somebody that you may have friend zoned at some point. I do see you communicating with this person, and I see you being very honest and very direct with them. But I have to say, I don't see anything in this person's energy that leads me to think that they're not, at least not yet, that they're not an appropriate, person. But your energy is one where you're really holding back from this person. So it could just be that this person's interested in you, but you've friend zoned them. So we'll see. We'll clarify. All right, bottom of the deck is the Death card in the reverse. This is underlying energy, Scorpio energy, so very strong Scorpio energy. But what this is indicating to me is that there has been a physical ending for you, but you are still somehow emotionally attached to that. I also see that you are trying to go through a transformation. That's where we see you searching for these answers and moving forward in your life. However, that transformation is not complete yet. So, you still have an emotional attachment to something that was here in the past that caused this Tower moment. So let's clarify your reading. Spirit, why is the Fool here for Cancer? Why is the Fool here for Cancer? Queen of Wands and Judgment in the reverse. Yeah, whatever it is you're moving away from, you're not giving it a second chance. It's almost this energy, Cancer, where you're saying, look, I learned my lesson. I'm not going through that again. Now, the good news is that you're in this really good glow up energy where you're very charismatic and people love being around you. I do feel like you're coming across as vivacious, a glow up. Some of you may have like recently gotten a new hairstyle, or you've changed your clothing or something. So you're in this energy where, you have a glow up going on. You're not going backwards. You're only moving forward because you basically have said, I'm not going through that mess again. Let me see. And you also, with regard to this connection, I feel like you feel that if you take action on it, it's just going to lead to like bad decisions or poor judgment. So you're trying to use good judgment in the direction that you're moving. Why is the Four of Swords here for Cancer? Why is the Four of Swords here for Cancer? I have to say your energy is not coming out as readily as it has in the past. It's almost like you've pulled back, and I see that. I see that with the Hermit, with the Four of Swords. You've really pulled back. It has to do with loss. It has to do with an ending and loss. You are now trying to heal so you can open yourself up to new opportunities, new people, new opportunities. But I do feel like you are still somewhat emotionally attached to this ending and this loss. I also feel like you're not talking to whoever that is. It was a very unbalanced situation, and that's why it ended. So let me see. There are new people in your energy. Show me this bottom energy for Cancer. Show me this bottom energy for Cancer. Okay, so we have the Fool in reverse, we have the High Priestess in the reverse, and the Emperor in the reverse. Yeah, you are moving away from somebody, a situation where somebody was extremely controlling. They may have been unfaithful. I'm seeing a little bit of that as well. There were secrets that were revealed. It was very traumatic. This was a traumatic ending for you. I do feel that, whoever this person was could have been narcissistic. They definitely were very controlling, and you're moving away from that. You just want peace in your life. And, a lot of these things were revealed to you. Now, unfortunately, part of the reason why you're having a difficult time moving forward, or I wouldn't say a difficult time, part of the reason why it's taking you a while to move forward is because, you don't want to make a poor judgment call here. And I can see that you're kind of questioning your own like intuition. You have to be able to trust yourself, and that's where the healing is coming in. And I do see you really searching for answers. I see you deciding, if this relationship is right for you. There's fear related to taking this new beginning. There's also fear to trusting your intuition, so be very careful. I see you in this energy, Cancer, where you're slowly moving forward, but there seems to be, you know, with regard to this situation anyway, definitely a pullback. I don't feel like you feel this is the right person for you to take this risk with. I feel like you feel that, you know, either that this situation would spin out of control. I don't know if it's reminding you of a past person, but you just don't feel like this is, it seems to me you don't feel like this is the right connection for you. So you're pulling back. I do see you being very honest and very direct with it, though. I definitely do. But it's almost this energy of you feeling like this is not your person. And again, I'm getting that feeling that you friend zone this person. So let's look at their energy. Spirit, why is the King of Cups in reverse? If I'm not mistaken, this person has shown up in your energy a couple of times here. So they must be very persistent. All right, so we have the Queen of Pentacles and we have the Hierophant in the reverse. So this person has gone through an ending, or they're realizing you went through an ending, but they want to have a commitment with you. Yeah, they're watching you go through an ending that created a tower moment, and they know that you're right now taking care of yourself. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn, or very strong Taurus energy here. But this person feels like you're not open to commitment. You're not open to, you know, having a connection with them right now because of what you've gone through with an ending that's taken place here. So they feel that if they push this, again, it's going to lead to a tower moment for them. So they're holding back. They're holding back. Let me see this Ten of Pentacles. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? This is somebody who is very stable, I will say that. Four of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Swords reversed. Yeah, this person is very stable. They could have recently gone through an ending themselves. If so, it would have been a long-term connection. And I do feel, or they're in the process of it. It could be they're in the process of it. And if so, I do feel like their attention is definitely more on you than it is on whoever they're going through that ending with. I do feel that if that's the case, this person is in the process. It's not a complete deal. But I don't see them being very concerned about it. They could have recently had some kind of a financial loss, but it's not really impacting them too deeply. I do feel like they are financially doing well. Yeah, so and they seem unconcerned about letting go of a long-term connection. So I would have to say they're in the process of that. Let me see why the Star card is here. Show me the Star card for the person in Cancer's energy. Page of Wands and the Three of Coins. Yeah, I feel like you've known this person for a while, Cancer. I will say that they want this new beginning. They do want this new beginning. They want to work things out with you. They see you as a soulmate. They want to establish a foundation with you. This person is highly attracted to you. And I do feel like if they are going through an ending, they're definitely eyeing you, and they're not concerned whatsoever with that person that they are having an ending with. That person's not even on their mind. But at the same time, they feel like you're not open to this connection just yet. And I feel like they don't want to scare you off. Now, some of you might work with this person. Let me see the energy between Cancer and this person. Show me the energy between Cancer and this person. Queen of Cups reversed. Seven of Wands reverse and the Chariot. Yeah, you're not moving towards this person. They're correct. When they say that it seems like you are kind of shutting them down, you're not open, you're not. You're not moving forward with this. It doesn't feel right to you, and you feel like it would be a bad judgment call. Now, are you looking for a new beginning? You absolutely are. But I feel like you feel that this isn't the right person for you. So you are not expressing energy towards them. And some of you even feel like this would be a karmic connection. So I feel like, and it does look like it might be. Now, in their energy, this person, you holding back the way that you are, makes this person feel very powerless because they feel that the two of you should be together. They feel like you're a soulmate. They're definitely extremely focused on you, but they know that if they push this, it's going to create conflict. So they're avoiding conflict and they're trying to avoid scaring you away. Yeah. If they are going through a divorce or an ending, they're also avoiding conflict with that person. Let me see. Show me Temperance. Show me what's affecting this connection. King of Wands. Oh, you feel like they're being sneaky. Okay. Now, I do see that in the past, you know, there's somebody that you felt was very deceptive, that it's whoever this person is that you had the ending with, that person was very deceptive. It was not a balanced, equal give and take. You're definitely not communicating with that person, and you're still trying to heal from that. That person breadcrumbed you. They were deceptive. There was lying. There was cheating and stealing. And at the end of the day, you've moved away from this. You are open to new energy. This is somebody that you are looking at their offer, but you're not sure they're being on the up and up either. And I do feel like you are not willing to repeat the same pattern. With the King of Wands, you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius, with Sagittarian energy being very strong. It's just telling me that this person is highly attracted to you. And again, they feel that the two of you are ideally suited to be together. There is some attraction on your side, but you feel that it would be a poor judgment call. So I don't see that, you know, you're looking at the offer. It's like but you don't trust it, and you don't trust them. So I feel like there is a little bit of attraction, but ultimately you're saying, this is not for me. They're highly attracted to you. And they definitely feel that the two of you should be together. So if that's they could be letting you know in subtle ways that they're letting go of a relationship from the past. And it does look like they might be. Let me look at this bottom energy, but I can see you don't trust this person. You in your mind, you've already made up your mind that you have to make decisions that will enhance your healing and not lead you back down that same path that you went down in the past. And there's something about this person that is reminding you of that past relationship, and I can tell you now, you're not having that. All right, so in your outcome, we have the World in reverse. We have the Four of Swords again, so very strong energy of you healing. And then we have Justice in the reverse. Yeah, so I don't feel like everything is completely over between you and this person, because there is some attraction that's here. There's some unfinished business. But for you, Cancer, I feel like you're gonna tell this person how you feel. You're gonna basically say, look, I'm not ready for this new beginning. I'm still trying to figure out how to move on from, you know, this person from your past. And that person was definitely somebody that caused some problems. I feel like you are still healing from that. So you're gonna be honest with this person, and you're gonna say, look, you know, I found out all this stuff. I'm just not ready to jump into anything. You're going to be very honest with them. For some reason, though, there's still this unresolved business. So that would make a lot of sense if you do work with this person, or you know this person from the past. You could have known them for a long time. Now, in their energy, when you go quiet on them, this person's going to feel a little put out. They're going to feel as if, you know, that you didn't give them a fair shake in this energy here. I do see that this is somebody who, if they are married, they definitely are ending something, it looks like. But it's not complete. It's not over. They're in the process of this. And I've seen that in a couple of places. I also see that this person was hoping to have better news when you let them know how you felt, because they definitely do want to work together with you. They feel that you're a soulmate and they would like to create something with you. There is definitely this energy of attraction. So they don't feel like it's completely over, but they're feeling a little hurt that you have basically said, no, I'm not ready to move into this. I'm still dealing with some stuff. And then you kind of go quiet on them. So that's going to make them feel a little butt hurt, if I'm being completely honest. And bottom of the deck, we do have the Six of Swords in the reverse, which does tell me that no matter how much you're trying to move on and create this peace in your life, there's some stuck energy here, and it is directly related to an ending that occurred that you still have emotional attachment to. There's still some chaos in your heart, in your mind, and so you are correct that you're not quite ready to move forward. So it could be a timing issue, or it could just be that you feel this is not the correct person for you. They're not going to like your answer, though. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. I am pulling from the Heal Yourself oracle cards. All right, you have number 2, and this card is called Self-Sabotage. So let's read that. Become conscious of how your inner saboteur functions. You are about to sabotage a big opportunity. Now is the time to stop procrastinating and cease focusing your energy on why you are unworthy of wonderful, enriching experiences. When you connect to the saboteur archetype, you begin to recognize all the ways you pass up interesting opportunities and relationships which could make you grow, learn, evolve, and become fulfilled. The saboteur is terrified of change and guards your heart from that which is meaningful to you with the misguided belief that if you don't try, you can't fail. It forgets that if you don't escape from your comfort zone, you cannot succeed and experience the love and joy which would fulfill you. On the lighter side, the saboteur can help you connect to your intuition, and we see that that's important because you're not really connected to your intuition here. And help you listen to your deeper wisdom. It can assist you in deciphering a potentially dangerous situation from an exciting one. So I guess you have to go within here, Cancer, and you have to decide, are you sabotaging yourself by not giving this a chance, or are you indeed listening to your intuition and, you know, making a good decision that's not going to lead you down that same path? And really only you know that. I think that that's something nobody can tell you, so, you know, you never give up your power, but I think you have to kind of look at the situation and make a decision about that. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Cancer. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Cancer, know that you are love. And namaste.